Hello, welcome to your daily dose of truth to hear. I am Melanie Keenan, and today's program is Truth Talk, a Conversation. We have a special guest, and we talk about something that they have done to help the community, a book they might have written, or an issue that they want to address. Typically, I stay with what's relevant to the Christian community, politics, or self improvement. But today's topic kind of has a little bit of that all in one. The only thing is, it's about the younger generation, not my generation. It's putting a spotlight on who our teens and preteens are looking up to, who they're taking their advice, and who they're trusting and want to be like. The social media platform. Today, I have Chelsea Keenan back with me. Hello, Chelsea.
Hi. Hello.
Over the past months, I guess, Chelsea has been telling me about all these social media creators that are doing atrocities, like serious criminal atrocities. And I'm always like, well, why are they still allowed to be on air? Why are they able to put up creator content? Why are they not in jail? Why are they not being prosecuted? And so Chelsea just keeps telling me these things, and she's like, we need to do a show. So I'm like, we need to do a show. So we want to bring to you some things that's going on in the social media world that really there's no answer to why they're allowed to be on at all. You're going to get angry about this, but I want that anger to do something good. If you're my age, I want to have that anger be focused on your kids and your grandkids, to get involved in who they're listening to on social media, to know the names and to know what they're standing for. Because I'm telling you what, it is not something you want in their lives. Let me tell you this, we're live, so you can feel free to chat, comment, and we will, if appropriately, put your comments on air and discuss it with you. Chelsea, I tell you what, I'm going to let you have at it because this is your day. What are you wanting to talk about?
I would like to talk about the fact that you can do things on the internet that in real life would be a criminal, like you get charged criminally.
Yes.
And you can still get sponsored by Chipotle and by Elf Cosmetics. Like, how messed up is that? It bugs me to no end. Okay, so first, I felt like we should talk about James Charles.
James Charles?
Yes.
All right, let me put a picture up of James Charles, and I would love for you guys. Oh, well, here's Jill from New Mexico. Let's put up her chat. Jill Buckland. Hello from New Mexico. So good to see you both. So good to see you, Jill. Jill, I know I told you we were going to do one show and we're doing another. But I hope you stay tuned to this because I think you have a lot to add to this subject once you hear all that's going on. So here's James Charles. There's a picture of James Charles. James Charles, I know, accused by more fans of inappropriate behavior. I purposely cut his face off because I don't want to be promoting somebody like that. So I did the article this way. But James Charles, first, Chelsea, tell us who James Charles is.
Okay, James Charles is a social media makeup influencer. And so he got famous because he was the first model to be on CoverGirl for their makeup stuff. And so like then he got really, really big and he got all these subscribers. That's basically who he is. He just does a whole bunch of makeup videos, but now he's sponsored by like Chipotle, Elf Cosmetics, Morphe, like everything. He's the top dog in the makeup industry right now.
And for those that are my age, all those Elfies and all those Elf companies you mentioned are the ones that the teens, preteens, and young adults, like they're the ones that are making them famous. They're the ones that are contributing.
The issue is that these people, they're not young adults. Like James Charles is 30. Well, he's probably like 24, but like everybody else is in their 30s. Do you know what I mean? They're older. They should know better.
So what's the problem with him?
Okay, so
I mean,
the problem with
he's a
James-
model. He's earned his right to have a makeup line. There's nothing wrong with that. So what is your beef with James Charles?
The problem with James Charles is that he has been accused multiple times by multiple kids under the age of 16 for grooming them and sending them explicit photos that they did not want to receive. And there's proof of this. The people like screenshotted evidence of the pictures of him texting them and everything. And James Charles admitted it.
Yeah.
He said, yes, I did it. I did it 100%. And you know what? He still has he just did a collaboration with two of the biggest YouTubers a couple of days ago.
All right. So what is alleged is this, that this late 20-year-old
Lately
is famous for getting makeup lines into the hands of young adults and preteens and teenagers. But he has sent unsolicited, that's the key, unsolicited snapshots of his anatomy without anything on it.
Why do you say it like that?
Because I'm trying not to be censored.
His anatomy.
And there are people coming out 16 years old saying he has done this, and that, he doesn't deny sending the snapshots. He doesn't deny not knowing exactly how old he is, the people that's receiving him. But he is an adult doing this with minors.
And the issue is that he's constantly around minors. Like his last collaboration was with a 15-year-old. And he stays with these kids, Dixie and Charlie D'Amelio, who are like the biggest TikTokers. They're really big influencers, but they're like 14 and 15. And he said that he's their mentor, so he has to be around them 24/7.
All right, so here it is. You want to know why we're doing a show like this? Because there are predators. And from all understanding of what's being written and what he has discussed himself, this is a predator. But yet he's living with people that are underage for the sake of getting them wealthy. Now, what is the difference between this guy and the guy next door? These are accusations that's all over the internet. You can find them. You can hear his response to them. But the thing is, nothing is being done about it. Absolutely nothing. He's still allowed to reach out to minors. He is still allowed to have his social media platform to get more influence to minors.
Oh, not just that. He put his phone number on his Twitter page. You can text him. Anybody can text him. And this is his third minor in 6 months that has gone out and that he admitted to doing. And there's more that he says, oh, that I didn't do that. But this is his third one in 6 months that he actually admitted to.
I don't even have words for this.
It's messed up.
Jill is saying appalling. This is the thing. You expect, I know this world is upside down and backwards, Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
But you expect that someone that has all the signs of an SA. SP.
Oh, yeah, an SP.
Okay, we can't say the words, but an SP, predator, that he would be taking down. We don't have the freedom of speech to disagree with our politics, but we can have this guy grooming young adults from the platforms. What is wrong with our country that this is being allowed? Because the danger is, especially since COVID restrictions, we have more and more teens and young adults stuck to this social media platform. I'm not going to name any one. They're all on all of them: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. They're on everything. And our young adults and our teens, this is what they're saying is, well, this is going to get me famous. This is what we're going to do to get famous. And I want to talk about another guy that uses his platform, and the girls just think this is a way they got to do to get famous. Let me tell you, we got to start teaching our young ones that there's nothing worth doing to get famous. Either you have a talent that's worth someone selling and buying, or you are just a normal everyday person doing the best you can and getting a career and a job. It's not important to be social media famous.
Yeah, but it's paying off. He just won a Kids' Choice Awards. Last week, he won a Kids' Choice Awards.
Shut up.
No, I'm not. He literally won a Kids' Choice Awards. And that was after he admitted to sending this up to the minor.
To sending anatomy photos
he got a
to
Kids'
a minor.
Choice Awards. He did a big collaboration with like one of a really young YouTuber. And then he got a gig with Chipotle.
Chelsea, why did you want to talk about this today?
Oh, because I'm annoyed. I'm so annoyed because nothing's happening. And these kids are like, they're defending James Charles. They're 13 and under. They're like, oh, that's fine. If he wants to hang out with kids, let him hang out with kids. And that's what they're saying in response to this. It's like these kids they're the ones not letting James Charles be canceled and stuff because they're defending him. And online is mostly 13 and 14-year-olds.
Parents, where are you? Where are you? You want to know why school needs to be open? So kids don't stay online 24/7. At least they get a break. At least they get other adults interested in what they're doing. At least they hear something different than just what's coming off the screen. Chelsea, who else do you want to talk about today?
Okay, today I want to talk about David Dobrik.
All right, now, oh my goodness. Jill, you thought that last one was appalling.
This is pretty bad.
All right, so here you got David Dobrik dropped by brands after former Vlog Squad member,
Dirty Dom,
his nickname is Dirty Dom, is accused of SA. Okay, so not only the Dirty Dom guy, but also him. And there is a timeline of the allegations and controversies. This is not just something that people are making up and saying, hey, this is what we're going to do to get famous. We're going to go after someone else that's famous. No, this is something documented. There's a timeline history of what has happened.
Yeah.
So this guy, he has 19 million subscribers.
He was one of the youngest YouTubers. He was almost as big as Logan Paul, the guy who did The Forest.
I remember.
And once Logan Paul kind of like stopped the Vlog Squad, that's what he named his group of 30-something-year-old men, they kind of got really big because they were doing just random YouTube videos and random stuff. And everybody was like, oh, we love them. They're like great. And he gives out Teslas and he gives people random things of cash. And so he's like, nice
hold
kid.
on. So you have a 24-year-old, has 18 million subscribers. What he does is a 4-minute and 20-second vlog every week. 4 minutes and 20 seconds every week. Okay? And for that, he's able to give out Teslas. Tesla has given him cars to give to his followers. All right? And I'm going to show you Tesla backed off. They're no longer working with him.
Mm-hmm. This is where it actually paid off. But the issue is the timeline. This all started in June of 2017.
Yeah, so it's been 3 to 4 years.
2021. And the issue? Gosh, okay, here's the issue. Because there was someone named Trisha Paytas and she wasn't even in their group. Like, she was on Ellen, she was on America's Got Talent. She's like made her whole name for herself. But she started dating this guy, Jason, who's like 40-something years old, in the Vlog Squad, right? He's hanging out with underage minors, drinking around him, like everything. And so they break up. David Dobrik tries to make it seem like Trisha Paytas is crazy because Trisha Paytas had like a mental breakdown and had to go to a mental hospital. And David Dobrik went to the mental hospital and filmed her without her consent. And he does like a lot of all these skits without her consent. And so she went out and she spoke against him. she said this happened in 2017, this happened in 2018, all this stuff, and everybody was like, oh, Trisha Paytas is just crazy, we need to cancel her, she's just obsessed. And they literally made a whole entire thing forming that. And so she started talking about it again. Well, no, she didn't even really talk about it.
Okay, so let me say this. I want to get a quote from Trisha from Paytas. All right, but before that, here's Jill's comment. She says, outrageous that social media removes the then sitting president of the United States but allows these people to stay and prosper. Exactly. This world is backwards. It is Satan's playground, if you ask me. And we're sitting here and just letting it happen. At least we can do is like what we're doing now, engaging in a conversation, us bringing you the topic, and then people like you, Jill, willing to talk about it, to listen to it, and then take whatever God wants you to do from there. But here's Paytas. She said this March 4th, 2021 from Vulture Publisher. She said this, I have more PTSD from David and Jason than when I than I did read this. Then from hooking on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Okay, she doesn't have like a perfect past.
Now we all have past, okay? And this young lady obviously had a horrible situation where she felt like she had to,
she was making money for herself,
do stuff that most people would not want to.
Yeah.
But she says that she had to break up with her boyfriend and she spiraled because of the things that they did. That she said, just because I was on a vlog did not give them permission to record me having intimacy, trying not to use some words, intimacy with her boyfriend. He hid
in the bathroom. But the thing is Jason, her boyfriend, knew that David was in the bathroom hiding, and Jason still initiated, relations. And it doesn't sound right, like using all these like words.
Well, it's better that way.
So he initiated it, knowing that David was in the bathroom, and so so Jason was like, Trisha, go get me something from the bathroom. She said, okay. So she has no clothes on, nothing. She walks in the bathroom, and David's there holding a camera, and he posts it online on their video, like on his YouTube channel, after she said, please don't post it.
And here's the thing, that went to 4 million views.
Mm-hmm.
4 million views saw that poor girl. She is traumatized. She comes out and speaks against it, and they say you're crazy. Why is that believable? Because everybody wants, I have to take this phone call. Chelsea, talk about it. Go ahead, continue.
Hey guys, welcome to my show now. My life.
Yes, this is she. Go ahead.
Basically, I forgot what we were saying. But yeah, no, it's so terrible because the fact is that she didn't give consent for any of this. And he could care less, man. He said, I don't care. And he posted, and he did this to like so many people. And so it just kind of like made me mad because you can do all this stuff and not get in trouble for it, but get like out of these videos that he posted, he's gotten sponsors, he's gotten deals and all this stuff. So yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Well, that's his story, I guess, but he's denied everything. So you know how that goes. I don't know what else to say because I'm all alone. How's it going? How's it hanging, you guys out there in the live world? I would talk more about it, but I don't want my mom to miss it because I don't think I've told her some of these things. But I was watching, okay, so Trisha Paytas has this new podcast out. It's Frenemies. It's with this other guy. And they've been talking about this a lot. And they kind of spearheaded it because, everyone was saying, oh, Trisha's crazy and Trisha's insane and all of this stuff. But he was the only person that actually believed her, and he listened to her, and he was like, look, she's telling the truth. And so then everybody started believing it. And then Insider came out with this article, and so now David Dobrik's career is kind of, well, but he apologized, and the issue is all of these little kids, they're accepting his apology. So I really don't think his career is going to be over, which is disappointing. But yeah. I'm hoping she comes back soon. Oh, well, now we have a little commercial break. Let's see. We're not sponsored by Coke, but I had one today. Sip, sip, baby. Don't tell my mom I said any of this. She's gonna flip. Are you done?
Yes, I'm coming back.
She's coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, that's what it is when you have a live show. Sometimes there's an emergent situation you just have to handle.
Rolling with
But I am back.
honeys.
So what did I miss? Did you and Jill discuss anything?
I just talked.
You just talked?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what Jill said.
She said good.
She said good. So what did you talk about? Because this is the thing that bothers me. Everybody's so good at saying people are crazy when they're telling the truth. Because money talks. We see that in our government. We see that in the healthcare system, which we're going to have another show about. But we also see that in social media. These guys are allowed to be. Yes, Jill. Thank you, because I've been saying that apology is worthless without repentance. That's the thing. They're allowed. Did you share his apology?
No, I didn't talk about his apology.
Did you talk about the SA?
No,
The actual.
we kept it very clean cut.
Listen. I'm going to bring it up because it's just crazy. I love what you just said, Jill. You have to hear this. So
here's like a timeline of his actions, right? Is that what you're trying to do?
Well, no. What happened is someone came out and said, "Hey, they have taken advantage of me, got me drunk, taken advantage of me. Not only one person, but multiple men.
Oh, and no, multiple females too, and they were all under the age of drinking age,
under 21. Okay, and so they got these poor girls drunk at a party, did a lookout, took videos, and then posted it. Now, in the real world, in the world of you and I,
yeah,
we're going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to lose our jobs. We're going to have our neighbors put signs over our houses.
Well, and they joked about that in the video. At the end of the video, they all got into the car, and David's like, "Well, we're probably all going to go to jail now," and then they all laughed. Well, no, David didn't mention that. One of his friends said we're all going to go to jail, and then they all laughed. But that friend was like, "Oh, I wasn't even there that night." He made like a whole apology video, but all he did was bash the article and Trisha Paytas. And he was like, "I wasn't even there that night. Like, I had no idea." He was the one that bought them the alcohol. And he said, "I didn't buy them alcohol. Like, I don't even drink, man." And there's photo and video proof that he was there all night long. And you see him.
Yeah, that's not acceptable.
No.
Here's the apology. I want to read you word for word what his apology is.
Well, and before he apologized, he also essayed a guy named Seth because he tricked him into kissing Jason, which was Trisha's boyfriend. He said, "Oh, you're gonna kiss this girl." Seth was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine," you know. Instead, he said the girl was gonna be dressed up in a costume, but instead of the girl, it was Jason, and they made out, and he didn't realize it was Jason until afterwards, and they did that twice without his consent.
Yes, Jill, we do agree with your comment, but I cannot post it because of a word there. But she said what this is actually called and that it's a prosecutable crime. However, where is the police? Why are the girls being the ones ridiculed and told that they're a liar when there is actual video proof of the players, of the people who purchased the alcohol for underage minors? That alone should have got them shut down.
Oh, not only that, but David Dobrik, being a smart guy, has a podcast. And in the podcast, he reenacted what happened that night. And he was bragging about how he set it up for his friend. He said they weren't into it. And so he told his friends to go get drinks. He admitted to all of it, and he was laughing about it. He
And
was laughing about
is
everything that we said that he did. He talks about it on his podcast. And
now, Chelsea, I'm thankful that you are not part of this fan club, but 18.8 million young adults are.
Yeah, and they're all defending him. That's the thing. They're all 13-year-olds defending him.
How do we know this has some legs to it, that this is just not gossip or something like that? I'll tell you why. Because for this guy, David Dobrik, may God rest his soul.
Did you have a picture of him?
I put it up.
Oh.
Yes. As of March 17th, he began to lose subscribers. 100,000 subscribers since this has come out. The spokesperson for SeatGeek said they're no longer working with him. The Dollar Shave Club, no longer working with him. This is what they said. The SA and hateful language of any kind is unacceptable in any environment. So we have made the decision to end our relationship. EA Sports.
It's in the game.
It's in the game. EA Sports, who gifted Dobrik a Lamborghini in 2019, has stated that they are distancing themselves from Dobrik and his vlog squad. They said, we expect any influencer or celebrity talent we work with to conduct themselves in a manner that is consistent with EA's values and policies.
And the law. I mean,
no one's talking about the law.
It's the law.
That's,
you're a criminal, David Dobrik. Sorry.
Hello Fresh, Dollar Shave Club, DoorDash, General Mills, HBO, Max, Facebook. They also no longer intend to work with this guy. This guy had every major company in his pocket. He had 18.8 million young adults watching him, and he is committing assaults on young underage drinking women.
And he's talking about it, and he's bragging about it.
And he's vlogging it and talking about it. And there's no prosecution.
Well, you see, the issue is nothing really happened until Trisha Paytas started doing this podcast with what's his name? Ethan Klein. It's like Frenemies.
H3H3.
Yeah, it's Frenemies. And they that kind of got the ball rolling because he was the only one to say, look, guys, she's not crazy. He got a therapist on there to talk to her. The therapist said she's not crazy. Like, they said, like, she's telling the truth. And so that's when people started believing her. And then the article came out because someone felt comfortable enough to step forward and talk to the girl from Insider. But throughout that whole time, David Dobrik had his lawyers bashing Trisha Paytas. They said that they shouldn't use any of her stuff in the article. They threatened Insider. They did all of this stuff to try and stop it from happening.
From the reports are that they also deleted a lot of content.
Yeah, they deleted all the content of him and Dirty Dom because in David's apology, he said, "Oh, I stopped working with him in 2019."
Okay, so let's go to the policy.
He deleted it. Sorry.
I don't know who this is.
What's up?
So here's his apology. Check David Dobrik.
Check it.
There's also been moments where I've looked back at videos and I realize that these don't represent me anymore. They're hurtful to other people. As I've grown as a creator and a person. He said on March 16th, adding that consent is something that's super, super important to him. And I don't agree with some of the videos I have posted.
That was his first apology.
That's his first apology. Saying, you know what? Hey, I've looked at what I've done in those videos and I don't agree with it anymore. That's the old me. This is the new me.
Well, in his first apology, he was trying to put the blame on everybody else.
So can we just open up the prison doors to anybody who says, you know what? I've thought about what I've done.
Well, that's the same
I don't agree with it anymore.
These people can admit to everything that they've done criminally wrong and nothing, no repercussion.
No repercussion. They lose sponsors. They still have the ability to go out and do what they do.
Yeah. he said he's going to take a break from YouTube. He needs to go to jail. No, well, I don't know about. Well, he did tell them to get the girls alcohol. He did film it and post it. But who needs to go to jail is the guy who actually did the assault.
Yes.
And he's not having any repercussions right now.
No, nobody is.
No.
Well, here's David's second response. I want to come here real quick and address some conversations that are going on in the internet. This is a quote from David Dobrik. I don't align with some of the actions, and I don't stand for any kind of misconduct. I've been really disappointed by some of my friends, and for that reason, I've separated from a lot of them.
Oh, wait a minute.
He continued.
Wait, no,
continued.
This is a big point.
Go ahead.
He's disappointed by his friends. He told his friends to do everything that he's doing. He orchestrated it for his vlogs.
Not only that,
he should be disappointed.
He made blogs about the events.
But the thing is,
but he wasn't disappointed then.
Yeah, his friends stuck up for David. They said, "Oh, he would never do something like this. He would never do something like this." But now David's throwing them under the bus.
Hey, it's all about the money. He's lost sponsors. He's lost money.
Messed up about this kid.
So here's a continuation of his apology, and this is where I'm going to pull Jill's comment back up. He continued, I think with any video I make, my main purpose is to make people happy and inspire people. Hear that? He's inspiring your young people.
To do
I
what?
just never want anything to get in the way of that. I'm sorry I've let you down, and things like that. Like what? Like that won't happen again. And I learned from my mistakes of being found out. I also believe that actions speak a lot louder than words. You could take my word for it that I'm going to change. See, that's admission. He says, I'm not going to do anything like that again. I'm going to change. But I'll also show you and I'll prove to you that the mistakes I made before won't be happening again. All right. So, again, where's the prosecution? Here, Jill's comment again. Jill said, apology is worthless without repentance.
Well,
this isn't an apology of repentance.
He's doing it so he can get his sponsors back.
I've lost my sponsors. I want them back. And I'm just going to say, you know what? I probably shouldn't have done it like that. Won't do it like that again. So you're going to do it behind closed doors from now on? Because nothing stops a predator until they are stopped by the law. And even then, it doesn't always stop a predator. Chelsea, I know why you brought this. I don't understand it.
Isn't it messed up? But the thing is it took how many years?
4 years.
And Trisha Paytas was saying it this whole entire time. And these little kids are getting on my nerves because they're still bashing Trisha. They're still bashing all the girls. And the article writer, the person that wrote the article, they're saying, oh, she only did that because she's going to make money. It's not even true. These 13-year-olds are like, I don't understand what's gotten wrong in their head, but like this generation is really going to be messed up if this is what these kids are looking up to and this is what these kids are defending.
Yeah. Where are the role models that are good? Where are the social media content creators that are good for kids? Where's the Wiggle? What is that show for the young little kids? The Wiggles. Where are the Wiggles of social media platform for young adults and kids?
Yeah.
People that are healthy, people that are good for them. Where's the talk shows for things that don't involve sex, drugs, and alcohol? Where's the good content? I don't know. If you know good content for young adults, let me know. I honestly am not a young adult, so I don't listen to it. Chelsea, what's some good content? Is there good content?
Not on YouTube. I mean, they don't say bad words, but they talk about bad things. And, this whole censorship on YouTube, too. Like, David Dobrik was able to expose nudity. He was able to essay girls on video and post it, and nothing happened. Same thing with Shane Dawson. He was like, he made jokes about essay. He did all of this stuff on YouTube, and he was fine. No repercussions. But if you actually say what essay means, you're not going to get any money.
That's it.
No monetization.
Well, this show's not monetized anyway.
No, but I mean, like for other creators. For other creators.
So you can't talk about what they do because you'll be shut down.
You'll be shut down.
But if you do it and you have enough followers,
Yeah.
They're going to let you do whatever you want to do. That goes back to Joe's earlier comment that, they shut down a sitting president. A sitting president lost the right to speak.
Wait, he was sitting down? What does that have to do with anything?
No, honey, no. A president in office, Donald Trump.
Oh.
When President Trump was in office, it's called a sitting president.
What? That doesn't make any sense, though. Like, is he... I'm sorry, but that's just really confusing. Why do they call him the sitting president?
Because you're literal. So literally, he was not sitting down.
Was he sitting in the Oval Office?
Maybe that's why. Because they imagine him always sitting in the Oval Office.
This is what he does all day.
Sit. We do have some literal issues in our family. We take things very literal. So, it's anyway. But yet they can allow this kind of content up. I don't understand it. There's also a YouTube channel that I watch. It's a conservative network channel. I don't agree with their language a lot of times, but they are conservative and they talk, and they got canceled and have to come up with their own avenue now because they were talking left-wing issues. But yet this can go up.
Yeah, but you know what? The people who are canceling these and not canceling, the people deciding this are 13 to 14-year-olds because they're not in school. They're at home all day doing nothing. And they're deciding who stays and who goes. That's why James Charles is staying.
Because it's a popularity contest?
Yeah, it's because it's whoever these kids, whoever they like more, they get to stay. That's why Shane Dawson, he's been on YouTube for like 30 years. You know what I mean?
Really? He's really? No, no, because he's only 24. He's not been on
Shane
YouTube
Dawson
for
is
30
not 24.
years.
Shane Dawson's been on YouTube for a long time.
No, check your facts on that. I'm going to challenge your facts on that one.
1 minute. Well, let me look it
All
up.
right, well, she's going to look that up. But the point is, you're right. If they're going by numbers and popularity, and it is the young generation.
Oh, well, not 30 years. It's 2008 is when he started.
All right.
So it's been 20 years. Same difference.
No, it's only 2021.
Same difference. He's old.
Okay, he's
and
old.
these kids, they can't connect with him.
No.
Like they connected with James Charles. So Shane Dawson, yeah, there was like a whole bunch of like, oh no, don't cancel him. But that was, he still got canceled. But James Charles did what Shane Dawson did, but worse. And he admitted to it. Shane Dawson never admitted.
We didn't talk about Shane Dawson.
No.
All right, so here's a good.
do?
Yeah, that's where we got to go. The last half of this is, what do we do about it? Well,
you get your kids off these cell phones. They're 13. Put them outside and lock the door. That's what I'm serious. Put them outside. Lock it. They shouldn't be on their phones anyways.
Well, we got to get them back in school. The government has to allow all the kids to go back to school full time. But even then, you still have all the hours at night and late at night that they can get on and do this. So what can we do? You know what? You can go on these sites of these characters. I'll put their faces and names up so you know them, and you can report the videos. If they get enough reports, they will have to get canceled. Report the video.
No.
Go on David Dobrik. Don't watch the content. Report it. And then go on James Charles. Don't write the content. Report it. Report it for, you can even use, you can use these words. Hold on a minute. The words of Dollar Shave Club. SA and hateful language of any kind is unacceptable in any environment. I am reporting this because they should be canceled for those reasons. Report them.
Yeah.
Do it once a day.
Well, you know
Report
what,
them.
though? This social media app, TikTok, is really toxic. It really is. And they've been known for doing some of this stuff. But the reason why most of the creators on TikTok, the big ones, are 14 and under. And so they're the influencers. You know what I mean?
I want to say hello to those who just joined us. We are live, so you can feel free to comment and join the conversation between me, Chelsea, and Jill Buckland. We'll be glad to, if appropriate, put your comment on the screen.
Yeah, if they're appropriate.
And what we're talking about today is, what can we do about these predators that are Instagram, social media, Facebook, YouTube famous, but yet it is out there and readily known that they have assaulted young minors, have
And adults.
began to groom minors, have assaulted young adults, brag about it, videotape it, and all they have to do is an apology saying, well, I've changed my ways. I thought about it. I watched the videos. I don't like it anymore. That's all they have to do.
They're not sorry for what they did, though. You know what? Trisha Paytas has done some weird stuff in the past, but when she apologized, she said, "Look, I did this, this, and this, and I know it's wrong." And she said, and no one had to call her out for it. She did it herself. The issue with these people and why they shouldn't be like automatically forgiven is because David Dobrik, how did he change his mind overnight?
Well, he didn't change his mind until he lost sponsors.
2 days ago, he was bashing Trisha Paytas. He was trying to, all of the victims who came out, he was trying to make their story like look fake. Do you know what I mean?
So that was 2 days ago. That was after his apology.
Yeah. And now he's coming out with another apology and everybody's like, oh, it's fine. These people are only apologizing because they're losing their careers. But he should lose his career because he's enabling a known sexual...
You said it.
Sorry.
Don't say it.
He's enabling him because Dirty Dom did the same thing in 2017 or 18 to this girl at VidCon. And he was still best friends with him. And he still said, oh, yeah, let's go. Sorry. He said, oh, yeah, let's go to a college and pick up some girls.
All right. So here's the apology from March 23rd, which was just yesterday. And it's quote from David Dobrik against allegations, several allegations.
Oh, yeah. All these girls are coming forward. There's like thousands.
No. Fact check, not thousands.
Hundreds.
No, I don't even know about hundreds.
Oh, there's a lot.
There's a lot. That's accurate. There's multiple.
Every other video is a girl.
There are multiple girls. We've got to keep it factual. He said this, I'm sorry. I was completely disconnected from the fact that people were invited to film videos with us. But when they showed up, did he kick them out? That's all I want to know. He says this, especially videos that rely on shock for views or whatever it was, that I was creating an unfair power dynamic. I did not know this before. What? So you're sorry that you created shock for view videos or whatever it was you were doing, but you created an unfair power dynamic. Unfair power dynamic. Yeah, the men took advantage of young adults. Under 21.
Well, not only that, it was an unfair power.
Got them drunk.
David is the richest guy. He's the most influential. He's the most famous on YouTube. And so, yeah, when he did the kissing prank with Seth,
it was peer pressure. It's almost like
Seth
okay, this is what I need to do.
And he stayed in the group because he thought, oh well, that happened, but I should stay here with Trisha Paytas. Like, same thing. Like, these people are saying because David Dobrik has so much power. The reason why these videos aren't being deleted is because when they ask David to delete the videos, he says, "Oh, I'll give you $1,000 to keep the video online."
What's the difference between this? I have a question, Chelsea. Trying to find a comment from Seth. Hold on a minute. Seth. That's Paytas. Oh, I can't find it from Seth. Hold on. There's a comment I have from Seth. But this is the thing. What's the difference between this guy and a teacher in a school with a student? If the teacher is going to groom or a predator towards the minors in his class or her class, the pressure for the student to comply in order to get good grades, in order to get a good transcript to go to college. What's the difference between that? Oh, I'm having deja vu. Between that and these guys who are famous and have power and influence over young people who think this is the way to get their dreams to come true.
There is no difference.
There's no difference.
There's no difference. The only difference is these people are somehow escaping the cops, and they're doing it right in front of everybody's eyes.
I'll tell you what the difference is. I know a difference.
What?
They have money.
Yeah, they can pay these people off.
Money. They have money.
They have them sign these agreements that they can't talk about it.
Well, I'm with Jill. My stomach is upset talking about this because it's.
Your stomach hurts?
No, it's upset. I feel nauseated talking about this.
Oh, I
see. And that's literal.
I feel nauseated when I see his face. Him and James Charles.
So listen, what can we do about it? Like I said, go on their stuff and report the content.
Oh, this doxing. You can't tell people to do that. That's illegal.
I don't understand why. Why?
Because it's illegal to tell people. Isn't it? I thought it was illegal to tell people to dox other people.
I don't know what doxing is. I am 50-something years old. I don't talk your language.
Here, I'm gonna read the definition.
Dox. DOX.
Oh, never mind.
All right. The act of publicly revealing
information,
previously private personal information. No, we're not doing that. We're not revealing things. All I'm saying is this. If you happen to be inquiring of the gentleman that we talked about today and see their videos and find it appalling, then you can, within the rights of social media platforms, disagree with them. There.
Yeah, and maybe don't let your kids search YouTube. Get them a Boomerang subscription.
If it was that simple.
Keep it on that.
You know, we talked in a couple of shows ago on Truth Talk panel on Tuesdays about Christians and how we hide things from our children. We keep them from certain things. And I'm going to tell you what, there's a benefit to that. Go back a little bit. I know it's going to be hard as a parent. It's always hard when you give a leash and you give them 20 feet of rope to say, wait a minute, this isn't working. Now I want you to have 5 feet of rope. It's very difficult, but I do urge parents to know your children, know who you're watching. And when they say, oh, it's just a makeup line. Okay, yeah, that is a cover up. It is a makeup line. You do get real makeup, good makeup, by the way.
No, not with James Charles.
But it is a cover up. It is the way to entice. It's like a guy going to a park with a bag of candy or a cute little puppy. So don't let your kids fall for that trick.
Yeah, and don't let them text his phone number. Why is his phone number even on his Twitter?
And I love what Jill says, you know, powers and personalities. We must pray for eyes to be unveiled. Yes, we need the children, the young adults, the teens, the preteens, for God to cause them to see what is going on, that they don't get caught up in this cycle of power and personalities, that they find their identity in Christ Jesus. Even, you know, I know that sounds so super spiritual and all that, but that is what it takes. It takes us to pray for the kids. You want to do something, add this to your prayer list, that God opens the eyes of parents and the young adults to who these predators are, so that they stop admiring them, stop defending them. Joe said principalities. It works either way. Powers and principalities, or powers and personalities. We need to be praying against this. We can change things. If God's people who are called by the name pray, then he will heal our land. Yes, social media has done great things for many platforms. I appreciate social media, as Truth to Hear has been able to enlarge our territory and getting the messages across, getting conversations around the world, around the globe. But it's also being used to harm. And we need God to hear our prayers to stop that. Thank you so much for joining me today, Chelsea.
Thanks for letting me rant. I have been going on and on about this, and I needed to let it out because last night, you know, after hearing that apology, I said, oh no.
You know what? If more young adults like you would come out and speak against this, maybe that will make a difference.
Yeah, because right now the only people speaking against it is Trisha Paytas and Ethan Klein.
So share this with your young adults. If you know someone between 20,
I don't know, under the age of 30, these people
And-
are 30.
and
These
30.
people are literally 30 years old, talking to 15-year-olds, dealing with people who are under the age of 21. Like, you know, even at his party, everybody, like, there were 30-something-year-olds, 40-year-olds there, and they were still willing to give the alcohol to minors.
You know what?
Like, your kids need to stay inside.
Saul
Well, you know, outside, but inside.
Saul used to persecute Christians, and God changed him to Paul. Jill made me think about that when she said we are called to pray for our enemies too. You know, these guys have a lot of power. They have a lot of clout. We can pray for God to bestow their heart.
Clout?
Yes.
Clout. You said that really well. You know?
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Clout.
We got clout.
I don't have any clout. I have clout with the Lord Jesus. Praise God. And so we can pray for them, for God to arrest their spirits and their souls and cause them to seek him, to see the error of their ways and change, and use their platform for actual good. Change them from a Saul to a Paul. That would be the most powerful thing that can happen.
Yeah.
And Jill said this, Chelsea, thank you so much for bringing this to my attention. I thank you, Jill, for this program. Thank you, Chelsea, so much for bringing out and bring it to the attention of others.
Yeah. Anytime. I think that it's important that you know what your kids are. One thing.
Young adults,
Even if you're not on YouTube, it's everywhere. It's on every single social media. It is. These guys are on every social media outlet, talking to people in your kids' DMs. Sorry. Oh, I cannot. I wish no one would message me.
Well, you can see how Chelsea is completely aggravated and disturbed by this. So
I was starting a YouTube channel of me just talking about.
Look forward to hearing more from Chelsea. If you would like Chelsea to start a channel that brings this to the attention on a weekly basis,
No,
it won't be on Truth to Hear, but it could be on chelseakeenan.com. But thank you so much for joining us, and I appreciate it. Don't forget, we have daily doses every day of Truth to Hear. Some are fun and serious, like this show today was fun and serious. And some, well, we just teach. But you get a lot of valuable teaching in the Word of God through that. And then others, we talk about politics. So here is our daily dose lineup for this week.
Ooh,
Thank you. A lineup. You want to talk about, Chelsea? Here it is.
Sure. Okay.
All right.
So on Monday, we have this week.
No, we had.
Oh, wait. What day is today?
Today is Wednesday.
Oh, wait. Chelsea Keenan. Okay. So on Wednesday, you guys got to hear me, Chelsea Keenan, talk about social media and our Truth Talk conversation. On tomorrow, Thursday, you get to see Dive Deeper. And there, you're talking about the Passover?
Yeah, part 2.
Part 2.
We're going to actually.
Ooh, so if you didn't see part 1, make sure you watch it tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Because that way tomorrow you'll be like set.
That's really good. And you can find that at Truth to Hear.
On YouTube?
On YouTube.
Whoa, you have a YouTube channel?
I do.
Wow, I need to check that out.
Hip. Here you go. You can find all the daily doses that you've missed at YouTube at Truth to Hear, or Facebook at Truth to Hear, or on socialmediashows.com.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's so simple. All of your ads are Truth to Hear. So you guys, if you just search it up, you'll find it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And tomorrow, because we learned what Passover was last week, tomorrow we're going to look at how it's actually celebrated, like the prayers and what you do to set up and how what you eat. From a simple celebration or observance to the complete observance of it. We're going to look at the whole thing. It's going to be quite interesting. And getting ready.
Are you going to talk about food?
We're going to talk about food.
Make sure you bring a snack before you watch. You're going to get hungry.
Because Passover starts Friday, the 27th.
What's today's date?
No, it starts. Yes, I want to say it starts Friday. No, it starts Saturday, the 27th. Friday at 6 p.m.
Oh, y'all.
It starts.
You guys need to.
So
Get
we've
watching.
got to get to watching it
Get
tomorrow
planned.
so that you guys can go ahead and prepare everything you need. All right. Thank you for watching us today. It is time for us to go. Thank you. All right, Chelsea.
You like my little